is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast.
Oh, yeah, we do have an intern.
Hey, guys. I'm Dallas here. Colt, sorry I didn't crack that Gatorade for you. Is there anything else I could do before the podcast starts?
I'm not going to have energy for the show now, man.
But that really?
Yeah.
Your arms are that weak that, like...
Well, I have to hold this microphone. Unlike you guys that use stands every week, I actually have to hold the heavy microphone while I'm doing the show.
Well, you have plenty of stands in there, man. Look, I understand that you guys are my bosses, but again, I've been going to podcast university here at ACC, and the stands work.
There's a university within the community college?
Yes,
Wow.
It's a community college, and inside of it is
It's like a Russian nesting doll of terrible education.
I feel like I'm getting a quality education. This is actually the low point for sure.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, didn't your intern semester end a while back? Why are you still here?
Yeah.
Not that we don't appreciate
Well,
it.
the second semester just started, and you guys, there's an automatic renewal unless you specifically sign the papers.
I thought we were going to get a new guy.
I thought we were going to
I thought it was a new semester, a new guy.
I'm in charge of personnel.
Yeah, and you have to specifically sign a form that says...
You have to sign a form to not have another intern, the same intern
It's crazy
come
that
back?
you don't know that because you claim to be the one in charge of this stuff, and it's like Forms
This is
101.
new.
Seems like a
This
pretty major oversight here, Xander.
This is new to me.
Good.
Like, we're all learning. We're all learning. Obviously, I will sign the paperwork so we don't bring back Dallas.
Well, unfortunately, it's going to be for the entire...
You're not getting more credit hours, man.
Yeah, this is the most credit hours we can give you, technically.
What do you mean by that?
Like, we're not going to... You don't get credit hours again for interning for us.
Well,
like, you have to have multiple jobs, on your resume. You can't just keep interning for the same place again. That's just working for free.
I was hoping to maybe talk into getting paid.
I mean, hey, we aren't getting paid, so it'd be really cool if we kind of lame if you got paid first for once again not really doing your job. Colt had to crack open his Gatorade first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And I had to open my can of Nitro Starbucks cold brew.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
But you use a stand, so I don't like that's going to.
I'm a weak baby.
Okay, well, I'm going to go. It looks like Jake's getting here.
Yeah, thank God. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock, the greatest podcast with three of the okayest comedians in Austin.
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
Right, and the man who
What's up,
is
Jake?
always late, and we're going to rag on him for it. It is Jakeb Wite.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up, Jake?
Hey, shout out to the fans. I love you so much. Thank you for doing your part and making us a successful podcast. We love you. Much love. Great love coming from this side of the table. Mwah.
Cool.
Wow.
And then to my left, we have the yin
I don't
to
think I could
Jakeb's
match it.
yang. It is Colt Joyce.
Hey, what's up, fans? I feel like you're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, you're doing great. And then
And
we cut to
Go ahead, Xander.
leave the dead air. And then we have to my center, the center of your universe. It is Xander.
That's right.
Noland. Hello. Thank you. I'm not going to thank fans for loving me. That's just
Really? You expect it.
it's not expected, but it is natural.
Yeah.
So, if it's going to happen. So,
Right. Yeah.
I'm just kind of.
We really got a Goldilocks thing going on here.
Yeah.
High energy, low energy.
Just
Mid.
the right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm pretty mid.
I am on fire today. I think having 3 hours of sleep makes me just like go for about 1 hour after I'm
What were you
awake.
doing last night that you only had 3 hours sleep?
Writing an ad for minimum.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited to read this ad.
Yeah, and also, if we're really going to talk about what I was doing last night, I guess that means we have to step right into state your opinion.
I think this is the earliest state your opinion.
It's
And
getting
it is-
earlier and earlier until eventually it just
Yeah.
takes over the podcast.
And yes, you have discovered
All
my
right.
plan. Okay, but we
We've
do have
given
a
you-
discussion. Yes.
We gave you some new rules.
There are rules, and I hate you for it, but I'm willing to play ball.
Thank
okay,
you.
Right.
So fans, just so you know, there's a new format that we're working out here where this segment actually has some substance. So I spun the wheel already, I landed on
We don't have to listen to it?
Oh no, we're gonna spin again later for the next week's episode.
Okay,
but I spun on my own.
Let's have some pomp and circumstance for the state that you're about to announce.
I'm sorry. Let's have some what about it?
Pomp and circumstance.
He's still a British royal, He's still loyal to the king.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a translation here.
He wants some celebration, some like
Okay,
pomp and circumstance.
Okay, so you guys ready? Let's make a big deal about this. I'm
Okay.
about to pull the big cover off of the sign.
What's this button do? Whoops. I actually didn't know.
And that's
I do want to go through and rate every one of the ones you have,
because that's a 10 right now.
That is a 10.
So I'm pulling off the cover right now, and look at that.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's Virginia, boys.
Yo.
Have we not done?
We've not done Virginia. So far, I believe, according to your list, we had done 6. I also wrote in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that list isn't complete. That list was literally off the top of my brain.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I did research.
I didn't go back and listen to the episodes
so
to state your opinion.
Great,
Fuck
I guess I'm gonna go have to do that.
Oh.
But no, we've done West Virginia, I believe.
Okay.
Have we actually done? No, so the thing with West Virginia, we didn't actually do West Virginia. We sang the song about West Virginia.
Oh, you're right.
But it was South Carolina.
This segment.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This segment's gonna collapse our careers, I think.
Careers.
Yeah, past the podcast even. People are gonna be like, oh.
Okay.
No.
So you're right. We haven't done West Virginia. We haven't done normal Virginia, but we're doing Virginia. So in order to give this segment some legs to stand on, I went and did some research about Virginia.
Okay.
And that's why I was up so late last night, because I did not remember until about 2 a.m. that I was supposed to do that for this episode. So you're welcome, boys. Here are some facts about Virginia, and you're gonna tell me your opinion on these facts.
Okay.
I
like this. And welcome to State Your Opinion. Are we back? Are we there?
We're in.
Okay.
So Virginia was named after Queen Elizabeth I.
Because she was a virgin.
She was the Virgin Queen.
Yeah, I remember
Which brings opinions. That's a
so far the segment hasn't changed.
Imagine
my opinion.
I found the good.
Okay.
He gets better. You gotta let it breathe.
Colt, give him a chance. All right.
Okay.
Give the boy a chance.
I'm just remembering last week's episode where the first fact that was given was also this state is named after a British royal.
Well,
give him some
Okay.
breathing room. I want to give a thought here.
Okay.
Because who certainly wasn't a thought.
and that's Queen Elizabeth I.
Queen Elizabeth I, because she was a virgin. Imagine being such a virgin that an entire colony names their colony after you.
That's pretty disappointing.
Imagine being such a virgin that 2/50ths of an entire different country are named after your virginhood.
It's pretty bad.
Which brings me to my next fact. Virginia is one of the only 2 states that has the word virgin in it. I'll tell you what the other state is.
I wonder what it could possibly be. Okay.
Seems like the segment's getting better.
Wait. Can we guess?
No.
Oh, shucks. We're supposed to play a trivia game, remember?
Oh, yeah. I thought we did that last. No, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, the Pentagon is in Virginia. And a fun fact I learned about the Pentagon, it was built, construction of it began on, you guessed it, 9/11/1941.
What?
Exactly 60 years before it should have been destroyed by the Taliban. Shout out.
Okay.
So the Taliban were, that's kind of cool that they timed it like that, 60 years, bam, let's do it.
I would also describe that as kind of cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, next.
Colt, we're winning Colt over.
This one really shocked me.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Virginia's state motto?
It's like
I feel free to guess.
We're okay. I got it. We got it. We don't have sex.
Very close. Colt, any swings?
I don't know. The hills have eyes.
You both are wrong, unfortunately. The answer is Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Which is, what does that mean?
And just to tyrants.
Yeah. Didn't
something
John
like
Wilkes Booth shoot Abraham Lincoln and then shout that?
Yeah,
think
allegedly.
he did, yeah.
And
I
also,
would say, are you allegedly saying that he said that? I'm pretty sure he said that.
There aren't any firsthand witnesses. I was reading about this last night. There aren't any firsthand witness accounts that say it. He, in his journals, wrote that he said it after he shot
Cloud
him.
chaser.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, I don't know why he would have a reason to lie about that.
I don't know.
Clout.
Clout. And if I'm gonna be remembered forever, I'm like, I hope I have a good line.
And also, it was attributed to Caesar or Brutus before.
Yeah.
whenever he killed Caesar back in the day.
And one of the things that is often overlooked with the whole Abraham Lincoln assassination thing is when Abraham Lincoln got shot in the head, he said, "Et tu, John Wilkes Booth?"
Yeah, that's true.
That's all the facts I have. Thank you for being and state your opinion.
I must be honest. I don't feel like this was any different.
Yeah,
it was a little different.
Not at
How
all.
long did you take to look this up?
Okay,
that
so
was
This is just the Wikipedia you read on the show usually.
Untrue. I sourced 3 different articles for that. One of them
For
was Wikipedia.
where the Pentagon is? In
When
the
it was
name
built.
of the state and the state motto?
When it was built.
That's all on the Wikipedia page.
No. It may be.
Okay,
but
look at Virginia's Wikipedia page. It will have the date of construction for the Pentagon.
Here's
on
what
it.
Jakeb
That's
did.
not where I read it
Here's
from.
what Jakeb did. He found he went to the Wikipedia article
And then clicked
and
links.
clicked the links.
No. I tried doing that, but the links that I wanted to click were broken. So instead, what I did, I got the motto from Wikipedia. I got the other 2 from articles that came up when I Googled fun facts about Virginia. And I did have a different bit that I did want to go down with this, but I'm looking at it and I don't think it's going to work. I put a lot of research
Do it
into
now.
it.
Do it now. Do it now.
Yeah, maybe we can. Okay, let's pretend this is the start of the episode, and Colt will then edit around.
Great.
Do it now.
So
We'll do it live.
Like we just talked about like seconds ago, the motto is Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Yes.
Did you know that the 10th U.S. President John Tyler, allegedly, his father, John Tyler Sr., once uttered that phrase to a school teacher who had been tied up by Tyler and his pupils? So our 10th president, tied up his teacher, and the teacher was like, "Help!" And and our president's dad was like, "Death to the tyrants."
It's not the worst thing our presidents have done.
Yeah,
Or
that's
our
true.
president's fathers have done.
Yeah.
Which our forefathers' fathers. Which leads me to my next fact. John Tyler was the 10th president. That was like 1841. He became office because Thank you. He got into office because because President Harrison died.
Yeah.
And
that was the guy
like
who
1 month after taking office.
Yeah, that was the guy who like got into pneumonia because he like stood out in the rain.
He did a speech in the cold or some shit.
in his his inauguration.
Yeah.
And he just gave a speech, and it was raining in a cold, and then he got pneumonia and died.
What a terrible time to be alive in this country when you could just die from standing outside and talking.
But it die from pneumonia now if you want.
Yeah. You want to do it?
Yeah.
For the podcast.
For the podcast? Yeah, do it for the podcast.
Pneumonia cast. Tyler was the one who he really believed in manifest destiny, and like I think the very last thing he did before leaving office was annex Texas. And this is how I make every state Texas facts. I wanna just draw a line from every state and see how many links it takes to click to get to Texas. Is that a good bit?
Here's the link. They're all part of the United States.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
All right. Okay. I do like this, and we have to put on specifically the rule that you cannot use.
Wikipedia.
Well, you can use Wikipedia because I like. It's obviously if you go outside of it, you start looking at weird things and get distracted. But within Wikipedia, that's fine if it takes how many links it takes to get to.
So
Texas.
I have to start counting it.
Yeah, you have to start counting, and you cannot use like the United States, like the obvious one, like. Oklahoma is a state within the United States.
Right.
Like,
No,
you can't use that kind of shit.
Right.
You have
Avoid
to
obvious ones.
Well, I think we need to stray away from facts about the state's creation.
I want you guys to know something.
What about like
No.
big event happening in state? I think that's maybe the way we should go. Maybe
There ain't shit happening in Virginia.
that's the point. That's what we're saying. That's why this segment is hard to do.
In Virginia, man.
You know what?
This
I
is why
think-
this segment is weird.
I have a couple of other ideas for how I could take the segment because I am committed to finishing all 50, unlike Sufjan, and I'm willing to work and continue to make it like improved and a little better. I have
Okay.
I have a very good idea for next week's that I thought of too late for this week.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't
All right.
really want to talk
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
yeah, don't spoil it.
No spoilies.
Tune in next week.
Whenever.
for
For the
your
state.
opinion.
Let's see what state it's gonna
Yeah.
be. But this is almost the end.
This
Was this better? Are
No.
you guys?
not at all.
Are you guys glad
This
that
is exactly the same.
you had to talk with me? It's a little bit
Not
different.
at all.
Look,
no, it's not. We had more stuff about other states easily.
I'm trying.
You stayed
Really?
up. You woke up at 2 a.m. to Google what's the state motto of Virginia.
I didn't.
How
Google
long
that.
did it take you?
It
How
was
long did it take
interesting.
you to figure it out?
It was interesting. It's Sic Semper Tyrannis. That's cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's so silly.
Okay, so
We're gonna do what might end up happening is we're gonna do like a blowout extravaganza episode to get this out of Jake's system.
Maybe.
we're just gonna take care of like 30 states in one episode.
That'll be one of the first Patreon bonus episodes. We'll just fucking blow through this shit.
This is my dream. Anyway, it's time
Oh boy,
to figure out what we talk about next week.
Okay.
it's worse every time.
Yeah, it's because I'm getting better about putting it up. And here we go. Colt looks so
I hate that.
angry.
I hate that noise.
Well, boys, welcome to Nebraska.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And that's
All
what I will do some real research.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do
You have
the
a
bit.
week.
I'm gonna do the bit that I have planned, and I guarantee you will think it's funny next week. And if you don't,
I know every time Jake's funny because he guarantees me beforehand, and that's why I always feel safe.
That's how you
with
do
Jake.
comedy, actually.
And
Guarantee that it will be funny.
No, guys, gotta let me build.
And this next comedian coming to the stage, hey guys, it's going to be funny.
I guarantee. Jake's laugh
I
factor.
guarantee this will be a funny comedian.
and that's been State Your Opinion. Thank you very much.
God.
That's actually a nice segue into. I was doing a show this previous Thursday. I wasn't in it. I was just house managing the space for a theater that shall not be named.
You can name the theater if you
Cold Town
want.
Theater. I was doing that. I was house managing because they just asked me to because they didn't have anybody at the time, and I was like, yeah, I was already gonna be there seeing a show.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know, like, no one at any point has ever told me what I need to do.
As a house manager?
Yeah, and one of them is if you can't find a host, you're the host, which I was like, oh, I didn't know that, and I wish I hadn't taken a Delta 8 gummy moments before, and I was just like, I was enjoying myself in the back, and Dave's like, yeah, so who's hosting?
Dave, you own the theater.
Well, it's like it's one of the rules, and he's one of the things he's trying to get me to host more, which I appreciate from him. Like it's not a negative thing, but like I wasn't in the mind space to host, and it was an empty crowd for a student showcase.
Oh, like fully empty or something?
Yeah, there's like 5, friends of like one specific person there. Good for that. Glad for that one friend who marketed.
Shout out.
So yeah, it was like a class showcase for that, and I 100% did that. I guarantee these people are funny.
How, was the show funny?
Yeah, no, that was reasonable.
Okay. Yeah.
It was, I mean, like it was a class showcase, and like there was, they found the games real quick, and I was like, yeah, I actually that was cool. And there's one, the last one was really fun because it was an all female class for doing a level 6. What the 6 at Cold Town is you create your own improv form, and
right.
you do it. And so it was very like this location based, very heavy character work. And I was when you're watching a show like that, at least for me, I'm always like, I wish I was a part of it because I would love to like really hone in and have fun as a character.
I like that format a lot.
And so that was fun. That was cool. But I was just embarrassed and incredibly stoned on stage.
I'm sure it didn't come across in the same way you think it did.
Yeah, because I think plenty of people in this community go on stage stoned, so probably didn't even realize.
Yeah, but
That's
to me, that's big because I don't. Like,
I don't either.
I specifically, I do not like going on stage. I need to just be caffeinated. And maybe if I'm like a little nervous, like a little bit of wine to loosen up the joints,
I'll like smoke earlier in the day and then do a show, but I can't be like high on stage.
I can't even do that because that just shuts me down for the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar way. If I smoke at all, like the rest of the day, either I'm high or I'm groggy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I need to my whole thing. I know I've said this before is like I exercise when like I have a show.
Before a show?
We got generally the day before a show because it loosens up my body and it loosens up my brain and it just keeps like more natural energy so it feels better.
Yeah.
So when you're on stage, that's
a good call for sure.
I really like that. And stay hydrated, y'all.
Yeah.
But going on an edible and just kind of
that's kind of sketchy.
I guarantee these guys are funny. I did have one funny like little host bit because like the teacher grabbed one of the first troop went up, and then they were about to go off, and the teacher's like, come on, and took them off stage to give them notes. The thing is just like without any context, you wouldn't know that was their teacher. So I just said that was an SNL casting agent.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's funny.
They just got booked, and the few people whose laugh I recognized were like, I was like, yeah,
hell yeah, dude.
I felt good about that.
My first ever troupe was all women and me. It was like nine women and
You
me.
should start a new
21-year-old me.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, dude.
My boy.
We were called the Colt Town Ladies. It was
Really?
fun. Yeah, we were.
That sounds like a great troop. What happened to them?
I mean, some of them we kept going, and I mean, it was a level 1, so like a lot of people dropped off afterwards. But Brooke and Lauren were in that show.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we love those people.
Part of what became Kiss and Breakup eventually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pre-kiss, pre-breakup.
Right.
Pre-kiss, breakup. Pre-kiss and broke up.
It's still so funny. We called the truth in retrospect.
And then you broke up.
Yeah.
It was cute.
That would be like if me and Xander started a troop and we named it Best Friends Forever.
Because at no point were we any of those things.
Damn. It's actually a parody troop.
I'm kidding, Jake. I was thinking because I got hit up last minute by Will to like do a show that night. Anyways, the thing is, everybody I hit up to like, hey, last minute duo. Just decided. Oh, not decided. They were busy because it was last minute duo. Like obviously that wasn't gonna work out. And one of the people, and I already knew you were working, and I was just like, fuck. If Jake were here, we would have had
Last
a really
minute duo.
would have hit last minute duo, and we have like just naturally enough chemistry. It would have worked. We don't need.
Yeah, we can do it.
No, yeah, we can do it. That's the thing. And then I was kind of sad because I was like, I wish it would have been a good night to have a Jake duo. Had good energy.
Damn. Well, why is everything sticky in town? What's going on?
I have that answer.
Okay.
So
My car's disgusting.
So I was making a joke earlier. I tweeted. I was like, I wish I'm screaming at the trees to stop coming on my car because I thought it was tree cum.
I'm gonna come.
But in fact,
I'm trying to do the Donald Trump.
What?
Yeah. Here. What
Did he say
what?
that?
Go back.
I'm gonna come.
What?
What?
It's look up the Donald Trump soundbite of "I'm gonna come." It's a very famous soundbite.
I'm just more fascinated
Do
by
not
your
come.
attempt. By your attempt to
Do
it.
not come. That's my Kamala. I don't have accents right now. I'm drinking Gatorade.
Gatorade makes you accentless.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
I've never seen that.
And then there's the Kamala response of "Do not come."
We're coming, Joe. We're coming.
What was your story? I'm sorry, Xander.
So I thought it was tree cum, right? I thought it was tree cum for some
just
reason.
like- yeah.
Yeah, just like sticky tree cum. It turns out it isn't.
What
It
is
is
it?
something much more, even more disgusting.
Microplastics.
It is aphids
Oh, really?
puking their guts out.
That's good.
And the reason it's so sticky, like stickier than it's been in exactly 10 years, is because aphids only like have that, like get that numerous
It's like a cicada thing.
because of a recent drought.
Oh.
Yeah. So like
Interesting.
aphids don't have their natural predators around anymore because of the drought.
Uh-huh.
And so like they are
blew
just
up.
they're just going around partying it up and puking all over your car. And
Are they
that
in the
is why.
trees?
What's that?
Are they in the trees?
Yeah, so like they're like super duper in the trees, just puking their guts out, and then so you have all the puke from that happening. Then you have all the puke from on the leaves falling onto your
Right.
shoes, and like every time I look at my shoe, it looks like dog shit,
Yeah.
but it's just sticky leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It's
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
disgusting. And so yeah, it is a bunch of little bugs puking their guts out all over the place, and it's because of a drought, and it's definitely not going to happen and happen more consistently every year.
No,
And humanity should just get used to it because we're just going to have aphid puke on our cars for the rest of
I
our
need
lives.
to leave so bad.
So I realized something earlier this week. Do you guys know that fireflies are endangered?
Mm-hmm.
I had
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea, and like that thought alone, like that is magic dying from the world. When our grandkids, or the
Yeah.
people who would be our grandkids if any of us had kids, hashtag mouse out of vasectomy lock.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, we're 80. We describe it to someone who's young at that time and say,
No one will believe you.
There used to be these magic bugs that flew around and the light came out
Okay,
of their
Grandpa.
butt. It was beautiful. You would walk alone in the woods, and then suddenly just light would
He's
appear.
off his meds.
It's like the stars in the sky would suddenly be flowing in front of my face, just flashing one by one.
All right, time for lobotomy.
No, it's
Grandpa had too much acid again.
It's real. It's real.
The thing is, there's so few in number. You could tell that to kids now, and that like they wouldn't believe it.
It like breaks my heart.
It's really sad. Like,
I haven't seen them here. They're crazy in Kansas. There's a lot of them.
What like they used to be crazy here.
Oh,
like
really? I didn't know
in
that.
Houston when I was a kid, like I would just like during late summer I would just go outside and there'd be tons of fireflies. And then I would also see them in Kansas all the time when I went up there to see my family up there. And and now they just slowly died off. And I thought like for me, I thought maybe it was just the frequency of innocence that I no longer could channel.
It's like the Polar Express. Like you can only see it if you believe in.
You don't believe in magic anymore.
Yeah.
I was reading about it, and apparently, what happens? The reason they're dying is because they're alive for like a week or so, being flashy. But their larvae like live throughout the year, and they crawl on the ground, and pesticides are killing them.
Yeah.
So they're
really?
just not making it to full grown state.
Makes sense.
That's interesting.
It's really sad.
That is sad.
It sucks.
Lots of animals that are like going extinct. I couldn't give a shit. Who gives a fuck about polar bears? They are the worst animal.
Well, you're gonna give a fuck about polar bears when they start coming down south, mating with grizzly bears, and then there's Kodiak bears that are just like the scariest animals that have ever existed.
We should kill all bears. No, it's not true. I like pandas fine. I like black bears fine.
Black bears will fuck you up too, man.
Yeah, but not nearly as much. They're at least wise enough to just run away from things that are loud. But like a grizzly or
Until they're
especially
hungry.
Yeah. Well, look, we got food.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, just give them the food.
They're not gonna ask for it.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay?
Line up. All right. Kodiak's over here. Grizzlies to the right.
Segregation for the bears.
Hey, I didn't make the rules. Kodiaks just simply statistically do more crime.
FBI, they said so.
Oh, gosh,
You're not gonna trust them.
I love bears. Hey, have y'all seen Grizzly Man? Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's a crazy documentary.
Great documentary. I love Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog.
You see, when the child
I used to have the accent.
When the child used to eat a baby food, it exceeded his expectations and became more than it once was.
And this is what Grizzly Man is like?
You must delete this. You have to delete this.
You must. No, Grizzly Man isn't like that at all. I don't think he does much narration in Grizzly Man.
He's the narrator of Grizzly Man.
He's the director. I forget. He all of his documentaries are really
I'm pretty sure he's the narrator.
Okay.
Grizzly Man it's a documentary.
I'm aware of what it is. Oh, but for our fans.
Our fans.
You just asked what it was.
No, I know. I asked
You just said, I haven't seen it. What is it?
No, I said, what is that? Is that what it's like? I said I haven't seen it. I know what it's like. I know what it is. I was wondering if that was what it's like. It's just Werner Herzog going, and this tiny bear goes into the man's cave.
No,
he has to get out from the sunlight.
Yes. So he waxes poetic as a man forms a relationship with a bear. I say that as if it's sexual in nature. It isn't.
Oh, it's in nature.
Well, he's like a weird like hippie guy that goes up to Alaska and is like, I want to go live where the bears are. It'll be really cool and everybody will like it.
And he got
freaking
eaten. Yeah.
And it's a great documentary. I highly recommend all of Werner's documentaries. Really good.
I don't think I've ever seen a single one.
Have you seen the one where he eats a shoe?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, you know what?
I
think I may have seen this one. That's one of the first ones I heard.
It was
talked
super
about.
early, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I like Werner a lot.
Yeah, no, because he's a dude that will actively like his money is where his mouth is, literally, in that he ate a shoe because he made that bet and he did it.
Yeah. Did you watch the volcano one?
I haven't watched the volcano one yet.
So good.
Because that's are you talking about the one that's coming out or the one?
It came out a couple years ago, I think.
Well, okay, so there's a new one coming out.
Oh, really?
It's about so there's two documentaries about the same couple, volcano, this couple that tracked volcanoes all over the world.
Sure.
And eventually died because they
fell in
the volcanoes and stuff. And a recent documentary came out and it's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it yet. And then there's another Werner Herzog one that's coming out.
Werner Herzog.
And also Werner makes regular movies.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor, and he's also a really good director. He made one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. It is a
You're a Bad Lieutenant fan. That's funny.
That movie rules.
That movie's crazy.
That movie rules.
Shoot him again. I see his soul dancing.
I see his soul dancing. It's just like Werner. Werner was like given a copy of the original Bad Lieutenant. He's like, I'm not fucking doing that. What the fuck? It's gonna be a crazy acid trip movie in a post Katrina New Orleans. That's what's gonna be. And it's like, okay, and it's a great movie. He made a ton of movies in like the 70s, 80s. Just like really just like these epic foreign films with Klaus Kinski. He made a really, really good Nosferatu. He's this documentary about Klaus Kinski, about Werner Herzog's time with Klaus Kinski, called My Best Fiend, in which they're like these dudes who hate each other, but they are really good collaborators.
Werner just threatening to kill him.
Yeah, it's so great. And Klaus Kinski's doing the same thing. Like they're both actively trying to kill each other on a set, but like because of that, they make better movies.
We should try to kill each other.
We
that will
are.
make this podcast. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Have you not noticed?
I thought that
I've only made one attempt on your life so far.
A couple.
Yeah.
Jakeb, Mr. Magoo's his way out of every situation.
Xander and I have been having a little bit of a war, though, just back and forth, trying to.
But you're aware of the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't fair. You guys never like gave me any sort of war warning.
We didn't ever talk to each other about it either. You know, it just kind of was. We were just both aware. You know, battle lines were drawn.
Is that what that big anvil hole is?
Oh, he caught it. He caught the anvil hole.
I work here, and I've been trying to figure out how to get that freaking anvil out of the ground for like weeks.
You're not. It's an anvil in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, it's gonna stay there. I like his cameos too.
Yeah,
he showed up in like Boondocks.
Mm-hmm. He'll show up
episode.
he'll show up in like a lot of just like whatever, just agree to it.
Yeah.
And he's just down with it.
Doesn't he like show up as like villains every once in a while?
Yeah, I mean he was
like
a villain.
that.
He was a villain in Mando. He's the one with he's like, show me the baby.
What's the one where he's like, I was in our camp in Russia and I bit my fingers off.
I think that might be the Jack Reacher. He's a villain in the Jack Reacher movie. For some Jack
Tom
Reacher
Cruise project.
That's right.
That movie, that first one was really good. That second one boring.
The
as
second
hell.
one sucks.
The second
so
one
bad.
sucks. I'm glad I have a Jack Reacher head over here. So I liked the first one a lot, and it definitely helped that Werner was in it. But you have this like Jack Reacher character who's like this agile. He's not supposed to be agile. He's supposed to be a big strong man, but he's Tom Cruise, so he's an agile strong man. And he's going around like doing his Jack Reacher, I'm a badass thing, and then it cuts to just Werner just like sitting alone. It's like, I am going to kill the Tom Cruise, and he would die. He would die for me. It's like that he just gets shot at the end. He doesn't leave his chair, and it's like, fuck yeah, Werner.
His performance is so good though.
Yeah,
he's so scary.
He's so I love that man.
That was 15 minutes of Werner.
Hey, we need you to be a villain. You're never gonna leave this trailer. Well, shoot inside of your trailer.
Absolutely.
Sit in this chair and then just be the most menacing person in the world. I am that.
I used to be able to do the Werner. I can't do it at all. I have to hear it again.
My one of my favorite things is they were talking about John Waters to Werner.
Okay.
And they're talking about John Waters being a gay filmmaker, and Werner's John is gay.
That's pretty good.
John Waters, like one of the gayest men in cinema, is just like, John is gay.
You're pretty close, actually. Your voice is pretty close.
Thank you. I love me a Werner.
You got the like raspiness. I used to have like I can get cadence
super
well.
I haven't listened to it in a while. I was just doing it based off like previous hooks I've done.
Yeah.
And 100% it is a very, very minor like impression of an impression I've done.
Yeah.
As opposed to an impression of him.
I kind of want to get better at it, but I also don't really care that much.
I am now going to probably watch a documentary to make sure I'm good at it again.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Have you? We should get off Werner, but
no, I don't think we should ever get off Werner. I think we should just be a Werner podcast.
Can you look up Werner Herzog's quote about chickens? This is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
I love this man. Oh God, let's vamp on Werner some more.
Are you gonna play the quote?
The enormity of their flat brain.
The enormity
of their stupidity is just overwhelming. You have to do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
When you're out in the countryside and you see chicken, try to look a chicken in the eye with great intensity. And the intensity of stupidity that is looking back at you is just amazing. By the way, it's very easy to hypnotize a chicken. There they're very prone to hypnosis. And in 1 or 2 films, I've actually shown that.
It is very easy to hypnotize. But by the way, it is very easy. It is very easy to hypnotize the chicken.
Try to make direct eye contact with the chicken.
I've seen one or less of this man's movies, and he is now officially my new
so
favorite
good.
person.
Oh,
so
you're gonna go down the hole, bro. This man, he has made some incredible movies, and it's just like his movies are great, and he himself is just he's just a person. Like he is a good a person, and it's just fascinating to just watch him.
You said he'll say yes to a bunch of stuff in Hollywood. Do you think he'll come on the pod?
I am giving you that assignment.
What?
Jacob.
I thought you were podcast
I
relations.
am, but
Oh,
you
you're
had
booking
this idea.
Werner?
Yeah.
No,
Jake, you're booking Warner.
this is
dude.
not fair.
Nice, dude.
I don't even know
That's
this guy's
sick.
work. What am I supposed to talk to him about?
I don't know. Maybe he'll relate to you
know.
on that. And he's like, my viewers are the stupidest
Chickens.
beings.
Hit him up on LinkedIn or something.
My fans are very easy to hypnotize.
Yeah, he would say that. They watch my movies. Such idiots.
Oh, well, what else is going on, guys?
No, I mean, nothing particularly big. I've been in spooky movie season.
Oh, really?
So I've been watching a lot of spooky movies.
My house is already like fully Halloweened out by
Yeah.
Mike. Like
Mike,
it's insane.
I love that about Mike.
Like it's thousands of dollars worth of decoration
Fuck yes.
in my living room right now. There's lights. There's like Christmas lights. There's a green light. There's a red light. There's
nothing quite as
It's
spooky
insane.
as Christmas.
there's a 12-foot skeleton in our living room.
That's so cool. Can you do a video tour for us?
Well, you guys are going to come to a party, aren't you?
When is it?
You're invited. You got.
I think it's the
invite already.
3rd, right? It's your Halloween party on the first day of October.
It's not my party.
Wait, it's a
Something like-
Monday?
No,
It can't be Monday.
it's on the 8th. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
3 looks like 8 if you just continue the logic.
I'm sure I'll make it.
Sure.
Yeah, you fill in it's an 8 cut exactly in half.
What's going on?
Jake's
8 looks like 3.
Jake's trying to like gaslight me into believing that 8 looks like 3 for some
Are
reason.
you kidding me? Are you're telling me it doesn't? You're
Jake's
gaslighting me
like
into
not
thinking it
willing
doesn't.
to admit that he was wrong about the
I
date.
I was
thing.
wrong, but
He's
this
not
is
willing to
why I
admit
was
to it.
wrong.
Oh, this
So
is
he says the 8 looks like the 3.
Every friend
Go
group
ahead,
I
sorry.
joined, I end up being the one getting bullied. It inevitably happens every time.
You call
You're not getting bullied.
This is it.
Yeah, this
You
is.
guys don't like state your opinion? You don't like the way that I think about numbers?
I think maybe it's a
You talking
problem.
about a director that I barely know and alienating me from the conversation?
All right, we're gonna start a
Jesus
new
Christ.
segment, Xander's Candor.
Whoa.
Y'all are
Yeah.
going to present your cases to me on whether or not
What?
8 looks like a 3.
It's called candor because it rhymes. That's good. It doesn't. I rest my case.
It does, and I rest mine.
That computing.
What will Lady Liberty say?
We have made a decision.
We?
The decision has been made. 3 does not, in fact, look like an 8.
This is the future neoliberals want. They want every court case to be exactly like this.
Determined by artificial intelligence.
Yeah, our techno overlords. Thank you, Xander's Panders. What was
Well,
it?
Xander Panders is a different segment.
Yeah, dude, Pander Nolan would be a great name for you.
Xander's Candor
Xander's Candor
has officially wrapped. That
Thank
was
you.
good. That was good. And what happens with is I tune in to a collective consciousness, transcendental meditation type stuff.
like a hive mind.
Yeah, and we make the decision on whether or not 3 looks like an 8. And if you're trying to make your case now, Jacob, after the case has been brought to Xander's Candors, Jake is currently writing down an 8 and a 3.
Yeah.
No, I'm just writing an 8. And I'm
So
just trying
that's
to
half
stick
of
to
an 8
myself. Yeah.
that you've covered right there.
Yeah, it's not as much of a 3 as I thought.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not.
No.
Yeah. What are you talking about? See?
Yeah, this is great.
It's also
You're doing
facing
great.
the wrong way.
You're doing great.
Here, find it. I can't read.
Oh my god,
See?
dude. Oh my
8.
god.
I would think that was an 8.
Oh my god.
The way that you
It's kind of similar.
You are so unwilling to backpedal. It's hilarious.
Thank you. I agree that I was wrong. I'm not, in no way was I ever saying that, but come on. You ever noticed how if you laid a 2 and a 5 on top of each other, it makes a little fish?
What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck is happening right now?
What are you?
What the fuck is what the fuck is this?
This is numerology is cool.
This is an
crashed my
audio
Scion
podcast.
TC at going 300 miles.
And Jake
per hour.
is his idea of the segment is I'm gonna draw 2 numbers and then
I only drew 1 number.
I'm gonna put another piece of paper in front of it.
I only drew 1. You are lying. You're lying. I only drew 1 number.
I don't know what to do with this segment.
Jakeb, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna dig you out of this one like I usually do. You
What? In what way do you usually
I
help me?
usually dig you out of these.
He does. Sometimes.
You
No
dig
way.
yourself out of this, you son of a
you're gonna
bitch.
figure it out. We're not gonna give you a new topic. You gotta find out a new topic.
Oh, find us a new topic?
Yeah,
that what you're saying?
naturally
Naturally
do
find
it.
us a
Flow
good
into
topic.
it.
You son
Okay.
of a bitch.
Yeah, flow into it, bitch.
You guys on Tinder?
No.
Yes, I am.
I deleted everything a couple weeks ago.
Oh, what? Everything as in like
Dating app wise.
Right.
I
Yeah.
was about to say my hands disappeared.
No. Yeah. Why do you ask? This is your segment. You're leading it now.
It's
What's the question? Wait, do you want to go anywhere with that?
is you having fun with it, Xander?
No,
Okay.
it sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's like the worst thing you can do for your psyche.
Tinder is fucking terrible to be on, man.
I agree.
I get my heart broken again.
No, I hate Tinder. I'd much rather meet somebody in person.
Yeah. Me too.
This is your segment. Go. Have a follow-up.
Okay. Look. Okay, fine. If it's my segment, I know what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Thank God I'm a Country Boy.
No, we're not doing
No.
that.
For the fans, that's supposed to be
No.
the segment where we pick a random country
Yeah,
and
that's-
talk about it.
No.
What we should do for that
Is there a wheel?
we should
Oh,
record.
sure.
We should record Jake doing that. You and I not listening,
Uh-huh.
and then just cut it out of the bit. Just cut it out of the episode.
I have to listen to it again, though.
No, just
when I edit it.
Just cut it and then wait for it, or just time it. Self time it. Write it down.
I don't want to do that.
I'm trying to help you.
Well, because the timing doesn't work like that, because I'm cutting from the beginning. So by the time I get to this timestamp, the timestamp will be different.
Unless
I cut it out
You cut
early.
it out
Sure,
at the beginning.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, duh.
Obviously, you fucking idiot.
I don't want to do that, though.
That is Xander's pander.
Stop spinning a wheel. I don't give a fuck about
They
this.
landed on a country that I don't know how to say.
Djibouti.
Yeah, everyone knows how to say Djibouti.
That's a funny name. It sounds like booty.
All right, we're done with the segment.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Did I do good, boys? Are you
No.
proud of me?
You asked one question and then changed it to a different version of state your opinion. And the question was, are you on Tinder? Which was, I think, part of the potty list from last week. If I recall correctly. Oh my God. Pull up another potty list. What the fuck are we doing?
I have things. I'm just.
I have things too. Go ahead, Xander. Do your thing.
No, I've done a few. Colt, what's up?
I mean, we already did like the why is everything sticky in town. Have you guys ever played fantasy football? Do you know what that is?
I played it once.
I'm playing for the first time since high school.
I've never played, but I had just had a lot of the rules explained to me the other night.
Oh, really? Why? Who was talking to you about it?
My roommate Harry plays it,
Oh.
and my friend Jeff also plays it, and they were both talking about it. And I was asking questions like, what are some questions that I ask? How does defense score points? And also, if a quarterback is, you get points when the quarterback throws a ball and someone catches it and it goes for a touchdown. But what if they pass it in for, or like someone does a running play? Does the quarterback still get points for that?
The answer is no.
Yeah, which is interesting. Like it's there are a lot of like, it's very strange to me as someone who
Sure.
doesn't play it.
Do you care about football?
I basically, like every sport, I love watching it. I do not keep up with it, but whenever it's on, I will get into it almost instantly.
Well,
Football? You'll get into football?
Yeah,
Xander, are you a football hater?
I do not understand. Like, I can understand at the game watching it and being
Yeah.
a part of it. Watching it at home is like one of the most dull experiences in my life.
Really?
It
You
is-
find it boring? That's interesting.
The
'cause
football is
yeah.
one of the most boring sports I have ever seen. It is so unbelievably boring.
Huh. That's really fascinating because a lot of people say like football is the only sport they enjoy watching.
Which is fascinating because they're wrong.
Okay. Well, the reason I bring it up is I kind of had like this realization that I haven't had before.
What?
It was like, because in fantasy football, you draft players and then you have players on your team, and it's like I don't know. I'm not going to explain fantasy football. No one cares. If you don't know what fantasy football is, you can figure it out on your own. I'm not going to tell you.
Is it
It's where you get orcs and elves to play football
Yeah.
with each other.
No, but I had the realization that like every single person in the NFL is hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they're always, every single person's injured. And it just made me think like, why are we still, why are we doing football still? why are we doing it?
Well, because they're paid millions of dollars and they're going to train me for that.
I guess, but like, I don't know. Like the historical stuff of like CTE and like, I can't remember the name. Like the people that like go crazy because they have like brain damage from football.
Yeah.
There's tons of people like that. I don't know. It's kind of sad. It's sad that like the biggest sport in America is just like hurting people constantly.
Yeah.
It makes me bummed out a little bit about watching football.
Well, it's not like anyone is forced into doing it, right?
No, they are though.
volunteering.
Like economically, like if you're a poor black kid from the middle of nowhere with no opportunity and sports are your only way up, then you're forced into it in some ways. I would say, especially with college stuff, like college football with NIL. Do you know what NIL is?
No.
Have you followed that at all? So there used to be a thing in college sports where like you couldn't pay players, right?
Right.
Well, that has recently not really changed where you can pay players directly, but players can now get like sponsorship deals, and those deals are often brokered by the university. So basically, the university is paying players. But I don't know.
But
It's
they're
just,
brokering though.
the universities are, yeah. That's new.
That
just-
seems really scummy.
well, yeah, it's incredibly scummy.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
also like, isn't it still better than the alternative of the
I
players
mean,
receiving $0?
It is, but it doesn't really fix the system.
Mm-hmm.
And like the system has been abusive for a very long time. For like, I mean, like obviously college football players should be paid. Like college football is one of the. Let's look up like how much money does college football make a year?
Like all of it.
They make so much fucking money. So basically, like college sports are kind of in a weird spot right now because there's a lot of conference realignment. I mean, like the SEC is the only place that really matters for football currently.
According to the very first article I clicked, 20 most profitable college football programs. Number 1 is Texas with 92 million.
Yeah.
Are you able to find like total profit for college football? Is that possible? Division I college football total profit for a
See
year.
if I can do
or
that.
something. It's just like it's a multi-billion-dollar industry with TV contracts, and like the 17 to 22-year-olds that are playing football like weren't getting paid before and are now only getting paid if they're like very great players.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, there's also the issue, which is a much smaller issue of like it's destroying college sports because there's only going to be like 4 or 5 good teams eventually because those are the ones with the money.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed out about sports currently, football especially, because it's like either you're a college student getting paid not as much as you should be paid, or you're a professional just like destroying your body for money, which like all power to you. Like if you want to be in the NFL, like, or you want to play football, like do whatever you want. Like I don't want to take that away from anybody, but it's just kind of a bummer the way it is.
I would say it's worth it.
I don't think it's worth it.
No.
Like I stopped playing football in high school, not for like that reason, but just like, I don't like there's like people that get hurt, like lifelong injuries in high school football. Like even if you like tear your fucking ACL in high school, like you're fucked.
Yeah.
Your life is going to be a lot harder.
Yeah.
It's
To answer your earlier question, no, I can't find it.
Okay, that's fine.
I
Well, the 70 million is a big number.
if I had a kid, I probably would be a pretty hard line stance on no football. Like the amount of injuries that come from it. Like sports, go for it. You know, not that other sports don't have injuries, but like
There are a few other sports where you are running full speed into another human being.
Like the whole point is that, and it's just the amount of injuries that come out of it, and it doesn't seem worth it to me. And the type of like athleticism that comes from that, like very specific positions, is just like it's not endurance. It's like it's flash, and then
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's not an endurance sport.
It's not an endurance sport. At least the billions of games.
It's more of a burst. Yeah,
yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
And it's not it's not the same type of physicalism. I mean, they're stronger than me, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But like, it doesn't seem worth it for a game that is that boring to me. From my perspective, it's
I enjoy football. I think
it's
more
like,
exciting.
I get it. It's just. I don't.
That's a good question.
Yeah, so if it was more exciting, it would be worth them hurting each other.
Sure, if there was a fucking point to it. I would rather my kid play rollerball.
Roller derby?
Okay, well,
Rollerball. The movie Rollerball, and it's like a deadly. It was a.
Okay.
Originally, it was like the 70s, I think, with Steve McQueen, and then they did another one with LL Cool J
Ooh.
in the late 90s, early aughts, and it's this like deadly roller blading extreme sports thing.
Okay.
It's rad, dude. Rollerball rules, my guy.
Well,
No idea.
I have a poster of it in my house.
Which one?
The new one.
Yeah.
nice.
And I got the Japanese poster for a roommate.
So, I want to do a little callback to an earlier episode here, Xander. You have two choices, and I want you to tell me which choice you take. You have one kid who wants to play football, or two kids who are both in theater.
Oh no! Oh no! We talked about this in regards to House of Dragons. Oh God! Theater. Yeah, I would rather have the two theater kids.
I understand.
Because at least hopefully, here's what I'll do. I'll just change high schools for the second kid.
There's no residual shame.
Yeah, there's no residual shame. We're just like, okay, we're moving somewhere else. I want you to have a different high school theater experience. Or I take them world traveling or something and homeschool them.
Homeschool. It always works out.
It always works out. It worked out for me.
What?
I was homeschooled for middle school.
I was homeschooled until 4th grade.
I didn't learn shit at my house.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Football injury?
No, just 30-year-old back.
Is your back fucked up?
I need a new bed, I think. I need a new bed.
Oh, really?
I also don't think my office chair is very good, so I need to find a new one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ergonomic.
So those two compounding, and my back is a new story.
I have a Tempur-Pedic chair.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's so nice, dude. I've had it since college.
Oh.
It's so nice, dude.
Oh, bro, that sounds real nice.
Yeah.
You know what? This is what that list was talking about. Talk about the brands you like.
Oh, right, yeah.
What is this Tempur-Pedic brand you like?
I don't know. What do you mean? It's called Tempur-Pedic. It doesn't name a brand.
What's the what is this? Tell me about this Tempur-Pedic brand of yours.
I don't. What do you want?
I'm just trying to get you to plug this thing that you like.
I didn't even buy it. Someone got it for me for a gift for college.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I don't know if they make it anymore. I was just bragging.
All right. Shout out to that chair. Shouting out.
It's nice.
Shouting out that chair.
Yeah,
I actually remembered a thing to maybe talk about a little bit of.
Yeah?
You guys watching
We're
Rings?
at 54 minutes in.
You guys watching Rings of Power?
No.
Well, never mind then. All right, that's cool.
Well, tell us about it.
Is it good? Yeah.
Do you like it?
I have enjoyed it a lot. I watched all 5 episodes in one night. It was
Whoa, that's
was that what you were doing last
Whoa.
night instead
No,
of
that was-
researching?
that was a couple of nights ago.
Okay.
Harry, as you know, I famously do not have internet.
It is famous.
But it's been on the air now. Harry, his hotspot restarted, so we got to watch.
restarted.
Yeah, like once you run out of data on it at a certain point in the month,
Oh.
then it resets.
Oh, he's phone. Okay, yeah.
Phone hotspot. Yeah.
What is the reason that you don't have internet?
That's a good question. Yeah, because you're paying for a phone hotspot, which is probably comparable in price.
Nope. My dad pays for my phone.
Why don't you have internet?
Yeah, that's a quick. Why don't you have internet?
It's compounding. 2 reasons. One is for half the month I can afford it, but then I forget to do it, and then the other half of the month when I really need it, I don't have any money.
I feel
This was one of the benefits of
I don't even know how to respond to that. Honestly, honestly, I don't know how to respond to that. Your reason for not having internet is I haven't done it.
I keep forgetting.
he hasn't paid a living wage.
I'm paying a living wage. I'm irresponsible with money. Those are 2 very different things.
He hasn't paid a living wage.
Hey, that's
Sure.
not. Don't disparage my job like that. I live from the money that I get. I'm just lazy and stupid. I forget all the time. And I was also I'm barely home, so I have internet here. I got a computer.
Barely
here.
home. I only watched 5 episodes of Rings of Power the other night.
That was an alternative to sleeping. Speaking of Rings of Power, thank you for bringing that up.
I don't think you're barely home.
What does that mean?
I think you're there more. You're there a lot. You live there. You sleep there.
I sleep there, but I feel like my mind's not really there. I don't need the internet.
I
while I'm
catch the
asleep.
vibe. I catch the vibe.
I'm here a lot. Here
Okay.
being game on.
Right.
ATX.
Shout out. I'm here a lot. I'm here like 6 to 7 days a week, depending
Okay.
on how busy it is.
Mm-hmm.
He is here a lot.
And I work here noon to 9 on most days whenever I'm here.
And we know he sleeps until 11:45.
And on Sundays, I'm here
Right.
like much longer than that usually.
Yeah.
And then Sunday nights, I usually go to like Nick's house. It's also Monday nights. So that's 2 days out of the week that I'm just not there at all.
Okay.
We've
right.
interrogated this
Okay.
man's schedule very thoroughly.
My house is a storage facility more than it is like a place that I think of as home.
I can see it. There was a period where I was thinking about not having internet at my place before COVID. I was just like I plan on not being home and just using it as like a way station and like purposely like keeping it out of like internet out of the house so that I only do non-internet things in it.
That's crazy to me.
And but ultimately then COVID happened and so I had to work from home, so that had to change. But I was really like, there was a period of my life where I really wanted that, like just keeping like the home in a way that it didn't have, like I wasn't using any internet. Like I would just read, I would just write there, just hang out, watch my DVDs.
Okay.
Right?
What?
Are you right? Perpetually online, Colt?
No,
I'm just the idea.
I just feel like you can be peaceful and have the internet in your house, you know?
You can, but there's also, I feel like a nice way of disconnecting yourself, purposely disconnecting yourself is, I think, valid.
It's not what I want for my life, but if you want it, go for it, dude.
I want internet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's why we keep asking about it, because it's very clear you want it, but you're not doing it, and you have the capability to do it.
Well, right now,
Jakeb, this is a smaller like microcosm of your life. What do you want larger in life that you're not going for?
That is very easy to achieve.
Google Fiber.
All right, so that is a larger thing you want in your life that you are not reaching for.
I can't get it. They don't have it in my region.
All right, so get something, man.
So you didn't follow the hypothetical that we set out for you.
Wait, I'm confused.
What is a very easily achievable goal for you, Jakeb?
Oh, an easily achievable goal
That you're not reaching
That you're
for
not
right?
doing.
I don't know. I don't have goals.
Like the internet.
Yeah, we
that
know.
You want.
Wait a minute.
Like the internet that you clearly want and have not tried to get. Or like your credit card that was broken, or your phone that's broken that you could fix pretty easy.
Well, these things cost money.
Yeah, but you say you have the money.
Only at the first half of the month.
That's half of the year. Is the first half of the month.
That's true. That's a really good point. I don't know.
Why don't you do it?
It takes effort and time, and that's the time. Whenever I'm not working, I want to just chill.
And
I just
do
wanna
what
chill.
with no internet in
There's
your
plenty
house?
of things to do with no internet. I read. I watch DVDs.
No one fucking watches DVDs anymore.
We've been watching so many. We went to Half Price Books and bought like. I can't do it because it's an audio medium, but what is this? Like a 2-foot tall stack of DVDs. And
How much did that cost?
Like $40.
How much does the internet fucking cost?
I don't know. I haven't done the
$40
research.
fucking dollars.
Guess what
okay,
the internet gives you? Unlimited access to those DVDs, probably.
But they don't give you the special features.
Oh, okay.
YouTube has all the special features.
Yeah, man.
You guys sound like freaking like shills for
The
for
internet?
Grande now or something. Like what? It's so bad. I live my life this
Here's
way.
the thing, though. You can't have it both ways. You can't complain about it and not do it.
I'm not complaining about it. I was saying it's a thing that
we
happened.
hear about this internet way too much, Jake, for you to not have.
All I said was I famously don't have internet. That's the only thing I said. There was no complaining. I was saying we got to watch Rings of Power, and I was happy about it, but that's not me saying my life is so bad
But
I
here's
don't
the
have
deal.
internet.
You're saying like, oh, we got to watch Rings of Power. That was great. How were you able to do that? Because you had access to the internet finally.
Yeah, just a little bit of it. That's all I need.
All right, I have a couple things. Let's move back. What did you think about Rings of Power?
Sure, yeah.
Share us your thoughts on Jeff Bezos' fucking nerd show.
Within 5 minutes, there's a CGI fight scene with a frost troll.
Was it bad or good?
It was not great. My very first thought was this show cost $1 billion. It did not
An
look
episode,
great.
though. Sorry, how much is it per episode? I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm curious.
I would assume about 1/10 of $1 billion.
Well, I thought it was more than $1 billion for the show.
Look, once it gets into the 7 digits,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
just an idea for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fair.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's like an ungraspable amount of money.
It's a lot.
Inconceivable amount of money. It's getting better. I think it's a fun ride. And it's nice being in the world again. They did a good job of like matching the aesthetics of the movies. And then last night I spent some time with my uncle and aunt who are both like Tolkien heads, like extremely deep into it. Whole like
Volcanologist.
Silmarillion, History of Middle Earth, 12-volume series. Got the timeline pulled up. Their wedding was like Lord of the Rings thing. My uncle's ring is the ring, and my aunt's ring is like Ninya, which is what's her name? Gladriel's ring.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
It's awesome.
That's cool.
And they hate it.
Yeah.
Because it is because apparently the Second Age, which is what they're doing, the only thing they can use to refer to it is the footnotes of the books.
They don't even have the Silmarillion.
So they're just making stuff up.
Uh-huh.
It's a fun ride.
Sure.
As someone who doesn't know the lore that deeply, I'm like, yeah.
My thing is, it's fine that it's like loosely based on that series. Like, it doesn't have to be accurate. I don't think books need to be accurate to TV.
No, just make good stuff.
Yeah, just make good stuff inherent to the medium itself. And the things I've seen, and I haven't seen the whole show, so I can't truly comment. The things I've seen and things I've read seem to indicate that it is not a well-crafted show.
I've heard it's boring.
It is boring and very poorly edited. Is the two main things that I've seen.
I was watching the beginning, and I was watching with Harry. He asked me, how are you liking it so far? And the dialogue was going back and forth between good and bad. So I was like, I don't know. Like, it's hit or miss for me. And he asked me, well, I said the dialogue is hit or miss for me. He said, how is it any worse than the original trilogy? And I thought for like 10 minutes about that. And I was like, he's totally right. This is exactly what Lord of the Rings dialogue sounds like.
That's hard wrong, in my opinion.
Have you watched it?
The original trilogy?
Well, the new show.
No, but I'm saying like the dialogue in the original trilogy is really good.
It's
that's not how people talk.
That is also the argument.
Yeah, it's a fantasy show.
Yeah, well, that's what this new one felt like. It just felt the exact same way.
Okay.
I'll have to watch it. I don't know, but that sounds like the same excuse people try to make with the Star Wars sequels recently, where they're like, "Well,
better than prequels."
Yeah, well, it is better than prequels. Fuck the prequels. I hate the prequels and the sequels. Fuck them. But
I hate all of them.
If I could go back in time to stop anything, it would be to stop Star Wars from being made.
Wow.
Like the original?
Yeah, I would go, George, it's not worth it, buddy. Go be happy making your little indie films instead. Do not do this.
Be a better place. If
it would be a better place. Yeah. And further, the argument I always constantly fucking hear from the Star Wars little people is that was a blowjob sound for anyone who didn't get it. Sound. I did the motion too, because this is a visual podcast.
Someday.
By episode 30,
it will be.
We didn't say that.
Is this like they're like, well, the original Star Wars is quippy and blah blah blah. And it's like, they're naturally funny in the moment. Like, they have funny lines. Like, the lines were good enough to where they're being repeated in 8 different movies now.
Yeah,
like suddenly compare them and like, well, they also did stupid dialogue back then. It's like, no, they had fairly decent characters. Like, the dialogue wasn't great. Like, notoriously, one of the actors made fun of it all the time, but he was a classic Shakespearean actor. I hear that and I don't fully believe it, if that makes sense. The Lord of the Rings, like Lord of the Rings is just as also just as bad dialogue. No, people are still quoting it more actively and more interestingly than the fucking. I haven't heard anyone quote the goddamn Rings of Power show once.
Yeah,
I'll quote it right now.
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
The stone sinks because it looks at the darkness, whereas the boat floats because it looks toward the light.
That's dumb as hell.
That is dumb as hell, and that is far superior, far inferior to anything.
That was the specific moment in the show that I was like, this is really bad dialogue. I hated that part, but it stuck with me. I'm going to quote it forever now.
No, you're not. You're going to forget it next week. I'm going to ask you next week, and you're not going to remember it.
Oh, now he's going to remember.
Challenge that you just lost.
I love that. I do. I need to watch it, but I'm not ever going to use Amazon to watch it. So. That's something I did in the middle of it. We got to episode 3 or 4, and me and Harry were both watching it, pretty into it. And I leaned over to him and I was like, Jeffy did a pretty good job with the show, huh? And he was like, screw you, man. He just hated it. The rest of the time he sat like this. Isn't there an anti-union plot in one of the recent episodes?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. There's a union boss that's like, oh, man, I just want to steal from all these guys.
I just want to steal everything. I'm a union guy.
I didn't pick up on that.
I don't know. I just saw some article. I didn't even read it.
Yeah, once again, I guess it's my issue for not watching the show, but I don't want.
I just don't care. I just don't give a fuck about any of this rehashed like spin-off Alder. Like I don't give a fuck about what's the name?
Andor.
Captain Andor shit. Like
The only reason
Andor's a person? I thought it was a place.
No, it's a person. The only
Cassian
reason
Andor.
I'm kind of interested in it is because I forget the director's name. Do you mind looking him up? The director is like an actual director and not a made one indie movie and suddenly like John Favreau is an actual director too, but
yeah,
and Robert Rodriguez.
Russos.
Robert Rodriguez is, I wouldn't say the Russos are actual directors, but you know they try.
I don't know. They've directed some of the biggest movies ever.
Yeah,
And all that community they could direct.
They're good in Arrested Development, but like they're good studio guys. I wouldn't say they're like good-
Tours.
Like not necessarily auteurs, but like they're not-
Benjamin Caron, Toby Haynes, or Susanna White?
I think Toby Haynes.
I've heard Toby Haynes before. I don't know what
Can you
movie
click on him?
he did.
Yeah. He's Andor BAFTA for Brexit: The Uncivil War for both Best Director and Best Single Film.
Okay.
He did Sherlock, Doctor Who.
No,
Black
that,
Show.
is, that
the
isn't the
movie?
guy I'm thinking of.
Okay, we'll try the other guy, Benjamin Caron.
I don't know who that is.
He made Sharper, Andor, and The Crown.
So
yes.
those are
And more
TV
Sherlock.
Those are like
Yes,
TV
yeah.
shows. Though.
Well, so he has stuff prior to that, but he made The Crown, which is like, well, I don't love the show.
Mhm.
It does like look good. It has like good.
Doesn't
stuff.
sound very loyalist of you to say you don't love the show.
It doesn't hit the facts right. Doesn't hit the facts right. Thank you. So like it comparatively, Andor looks good, but I still don't care enough to watch it at any point. I think that's just like most media right now for me. It's like, and plus it's spooky season. I'm only wanting to I only want to watch spooky movies, which is what I've been doing. I've been watching a lot of Japanese horror, and I love Japanese horror. I just watched Ringu last night.
Sorry, say it again.
Ringu.
I don't know if that
It's
is.
the original. It's the Japanese The Ring. It came out first
Oh.
before The Ring.
That's interesting. Does a girl still crawl through the TV?
Oh yeah, but like for like low budget Japanese horror, it looks incredible. Like they did it's shot so well, and so like one of the things I really like about Japanese horror, it's very like eerie throughout the whole movie. Like every shot feels uncomfortable but like cozy, and so like it has this like real interesting way of where you're just like, it's not scary but I'm unsettled, and then the actual scary parts happen and you're like, you're already on edge. You've been on edge the whole movie. You never had like a safe spot.
They set and keep a good like vibe.
Yes.
Like they don't do all this like quippy shit that's in every single movie
Yeah.
these days. Like even like Halloween. Like just stop making dumb jokes in the middle of the movie.
Sure.
Just like do a horror film if you're gonna do a horror film.
Yeah, that's how I like Japanese horror is really good. And like, have y'all seen Cure? It's another Japanese horror film.
No, I'm honestly not really a big horror film guy.
Yeah, I've probably in my life seen 6 or less movies that could be considered horror.
Okay, I love horror. I think it's like where it's like one of the best avenues that film can like explore new ideas filmmaking wise.
I agree with that.
Which
yeah.
is like it's
I just
great.
don't think it's for me.
Yeah, that's fine. I love horror. I think it's truly one of my favorite like genres. And Cure is one of the most effective pieces of media I've ever seen. It is so unsettling through the whole movie. And it does this really, really good job of making the tiniest little thing intensely scary. Like a glass of spilled water is just moving across a table and floor, and how it creeps and the surrounding moments around it and everything about it is terrifying.
That sounds really cool.
And
Why do you like that?
That's a good. I was also going to ask that. Like, I don't enjoy being scared.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't sound fun to me.
it goes to like different parts of my brain that maybe I haven't ever like explored before, which is fun. And just like the entire experience of it, like the experience of being scared by like a TV is interesting to me, that you can you can evoke a response that isn't just like joy for Star Wars or something. It is you're getting it's a different type of feeling from a piece of media, and I think that's really interesting and more fun. And like after and want to explore is like also like, why did I get scared of that? Like, why was that water creeping across the floor so scary? And kind of analyzing that, and that's interesting. Like how to explore those ideas.
I kind of get that. I mean, maybe I don't do it with like horror, but I don't know. I've watched like cringe compilations for years and years and years, and that's maybe like a similar thing of like you put yourself in a weird feeling intentionally.
Yeah, I hate that, but
You hate
cringe.
You
I
hate
hate
cringe.
cringe.
I don't mind cringe compilations. I can deal with it a little bit.
Cringe is worse than fear for me. I hate me some cringe.
There's just so much funny things to pull from cringe,
Yeah.
like cringe stuff like that. But
I have that thing where when I see someone in pain, I feel pain in my body in that same spot wherever they're hurt. Like you see someone's nail get ripped off,
even
my
if you
hand
know
starts
it's
hurting.
fake,
Yeah.
really.
And cringe is also the same thing for me. Like it's secondhand embarrassment. Just like if I see something too cringy, I can't even look at the screen. I have to like tune out. I like go away. It hurts me. It's my Achilles heel.
Cringe. I like certain levels of cringe and then hate other levels of cringe. The one that I really like is the just like the asshole, clear like an asshole being oblivious to something. Yeah, I think it's truly like the difference for me. Now I'm finding it now in this as I speak. Is an asshole, like clearly an asshole. They seem like an asshole. I have prejudged them as an asshole. They are essentially like, yeah, they're being cringe. I'm like, haha, the Schadenfreude is good, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the other side where like it looks like a good like person with good intentions
Oh, sure.
feeling cringed upon, and that's when I'm like, I feel bad for that person because they're trying with the best of intentions to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I kind of like I don't like it.
I don't feel like I watch it for like the Schadenfreude. I think it's just very interesting to me. To watch.
I watch for the Schadenfreude.
Mm.
Hell yeah, I love when like an asshole cringes. I also love like going to the cringe subreddits or not the cringe subreddits.
Live stream fails.
Yeah, like any of those.
Stay off of that.
And it's just fucking Destiny news. Fuck that shit.
Should we even touch on the Twitch drama? I kind of don't want to.
What's the Twitch drama?
I think
It's like
Spill the tea.
it's so hard to explain. Go ahead, Xander.
I think we should.
Should we?
Yeah. Then if you don't like it, you can always cut it.
No, like what? I'm not
What
saying.
can
like
I contribute?
Yeah,
it's going to be very minimal. I'm so sorry. It's going to be very minimal. Minimal because
It's not even like we just don't even have like all the information yet.
sure. And I like maybe there's someone else you that talks about this, but the one of the videos that was sent in our chat regarding it, that guy made me cringe.
Ludwig?
Yeah.
That was like the least like controversial part of this entire thing. That was like a recap from like
Yeah, and
midway.
then, like that whole thing, I
thought he handled it better than most anyone else on the
I'm
platform.
sure he like I'm not as deep in like I don't watch
In the sauce.
I don't watch it as much.
Yeah.
I just like I cringe at people who I don't know if this is his whole career, but people whose whole career is recapping internet drama.
No, not at all. No, he's kind of tangentially involved because there's a lot of his friends that are involved. So
all right.
I probably should have sent a little bit of clarification with that. It's so hard to explain. I don't really like feel like we're gonna be able to talk about it in a good way. Like if you want to go look into stuff online, maybe do it. But I don't like it's. It's gonna be like an hour and a half if we talk about it. It's like I don't know.
We'll do that for a Patreon episode.
Also, just like the one thing I will say is like I think it's really gross the amount of people that are like making content off of like sexual assault.
Yeah.
And like having that be like the topic of discussion that we're all gonna like get a whole bunch of views off of.
Yeah.
Like I would feel gross if we tried to do that on this show.
Sure.
Like, I just thought it was interesting because it's like a big topic, but I don't know. I kind of feel weird about it.
Yeah, and like I can do some more research on it. I just personally, of the videos I've seen, my brain just shuts off to it. Like I just, I can't. It's tough for me to engage with it because
it's so dumb.
It's so dumb and vapid to me, and like not necessarily like the guy recapping it, which I think is, if he has like some stake in it, that's fine. But like the people who talk about, like it's just Human Centipede fucking like, you know, you're eating the shit of the shit.
Well,
of the shit
the
of
reason
the
I
shit.
sent his video is because that was more of a top level of what was going on. But I don't know. It's just it's gross. It like the outside of it is very like confusing and doesn't make sense and is dumb.
Yeah.
And then the deeper level is like, oh, there's multiple sexual assaults that have been covered up. So it's like, what? How do you talk about this?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to say that's relevant? That's not just like clout chasing for views on a sexual assault that got covered up. Like, I don't know. Do we have anything else? Or we're probably at time here.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we can do some plugs. Hi. thank you for joining us today, or wherever you are on your nice walk. I hope you're having a nice walk in this beautiful weather. Thank you for joining us today at Mouse Out of Wedlock. You can find me on the internet on Twitter at SanFrancisco69 and the podcast at Mouse Out Wed.
Yes, sir.
And pass it to you, Jake.
Hello, my name's Jake. I'm going to plug something right now. The at symbol, TheJakeb. Take that, plug it into your Venmo, and then send me some money. That's right. Send me some of that sweet, sweet cash so I can get internet in the second half of the month.
You have the money for the internet.
Not right now. It's the second half of the month right now.
Is it? It is.
This guy doesn't know dates.
This is Colt. You can follow me at Colt45Joyce on Twitter or Colt Joyce on YouTube. Good Evening's coming back soon, so be on the lookout for that. And we're also doing clips for the show on the Mouse Out of Wedlock YouTube channel.
And soon to be Instagram once I do the login.
Yeah,
thing.
we'll probably make
I'll
a
do that
TikTok
today.
and stuff too. We'll figure it out. The stuff's coming. Patreon at episode 30. Video eventually soon after that. That's what's going on.
And free handshake if you see us in the street.
Yeah.
That's just for Jake. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, and for me.
Okay, well, that's
All
the
right.
show. All right,
That's
bye.
good. Love y'all.
Bye.